What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Paint Points. It's that man, Abu's brother man. And today we have another video on the eve of jersey reveal. Today we're talking about the Washington Commanders' previous name, the Washington Redskins, and the logo. We're going to talk about how the name was racist, but the logo was never racist. You know, for nearly 90 years, Washington's NFL franchise carried a name that sparked one of the longest running controversies in American sports. Today, the team is known as the Washington Commanders, but the debate around their former name, the Redskins, still shapes how we talk about sports, culture, and identity. But here's the thing. The issue was the name, not the logo on the helmet. And to understand why, we need to look at the history. You know what I'm saying? The franchise began in 1932 as the Boston Braves, then changed its name to the Boston Redskins in 1933. When the team moved to Washington, D.C. in 1937, the name came along with it. But the word Redskin had long been documented as a racial slur for Native Americans, labeled offensive, disparaging, and insulting in modern dictionaries. Native American groups began protesting the name as early as the 1960s, and the controversy grew through the 1990s and 2000s. The tipping point came in 2020 when major sponsors like FedEx, Nike pressured the team to retire the name. Here's where things get misunderstood. The name was widely criticized. The logo, however, had a very different origin. In 1972, the team introduced the profile of a Native American man wearing traditional garment. That artwork was created with the involvement of Walter Blackie Wetzel, a former chairman of the Blackfeet Nation. He personally pushed for the design and said it made many Native people proud to see representation on a major sports team. So while the name was considered a slur, the logo itself was not created as a caricature or mockery of Native Americans. It was intended as a respectful depiction of Native Americans. Washington's visual identity has changed many times over the decades. Let's walk through that. You know what I'm saying? From the 1930s to 1950s, you know, you had the early helmets, the leather helmets, you know, the brown, gold, and maroon shit. You know, no native imagery yet, just the basic colors. Then you have 1958 where you get the feather stripe, you know, a single large feather down the center of the helmet, you know, meant to mimic native headpieces. Then 1965, you have the spear logo. You have two spears on each side of the helmet, a clean symbolic design. Then you go to 1970 to 71, the R design, the curly R. You know what I'm saying? You got the gold helmets with a circle logo featuring an R. It was short-lived, but still iconic. Then from 1972 to 2019, you have what I grew up to, which was the Indian head logo. You know, the most recognizable era, designed with input from the Blackfeet leadership, was used for nearly 50 years. From 2000 to 2021, the name and logo retired. The plain W and numbers on the helmet proceeded. From 2022 onwards, the W logo, the burgundy and gold remain, but the identity is fully modernized. Even though the logo had cultural approval from Native leaders, the name itself was the core problem. Native organizations, including the National Congress of American Indians, consistently argued that the team was a racial slur and harmful to Native communities. By 2020, the social climate, sponsorship pressure, and decades of activism made the change inevitable. The Commanders' current identity reflects a franchise trying to move forward while acknowledging its complicated past. The history of Washington's logo shows a long evolution, from feathers to spears to the iconic design with the Indian head to now the modernized W. But the biggest shift wasn't visual, it was cultural. The name changed because language matters. The logo changed because the team needed a fresh start. Man, whether you grew up watching a team under its old name, the Redskins, or you're part of the new Commanders era, understanding this history helps us appreciate how sports, culture, and identity all intersect. If you enjoyed this breakdown, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and beat up the comment section, man. Which logo era did you like the best? Did you like the curly R? Did you like the spear? Did you like the Indian head? You know what I'm saying? Do you like the new W? Did you like the Washington football team helmets? We had the numbers on the side of the helmet. Reveal Eve, and the Washington Commanders are set to reveal their new jerseys, Super Bowl era jerseys, on April 15th. What I think about it, I think it's gonna be a dud. You know, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's gonna be a dud reveal because, like, my brain is not fixing to say, hey, like, how, like, where's the wow factor? Like, what are y'all gonna show me that I haven't seen before? You know what I'm saying? And the Commanders have done a great job by keeping everything under wraps. We haven't seen any leaks. The only leaks that we've seen has come from the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, as we can see in this photo, right in this video right here.
The Washington
Commanders. In this video right here, we have, we have a little glimpse of, the Commanders colors right here. You know what I'm saying? So we have a little glimpse of a black, some kind of black imagery right here. So, as Commander fans, we're gonna go digging, man. We're gonna go down that rabbit hole, man, as Commanders fans. And as you can see, we're trying to see any little hint that we can so that we can come up with a conclusion that makes sense for what we believe, man. Hey, but like I said, I believe it's gonna be a dud because I don't think they can show me anything that would bring the wow factor out. I don't think they're gonna show me anything I haven't seen before, man. But what do you think, man? Beat up that comment section.